going on, everyone? It's Alex Goddard here, back again with another Premier League catch-up show where we're going to be recapping on all of the Premier League action that happened during this week, and we're going to be talking about the FA Cup semi-finals. And the most important thing that we must talk about in this video that was announced on the 20th of April 2018, the day where Arsene Wenger will be leaving Arsenal at the end of the season. Wow. Did I ever expect this day to come around? Hell no. I thought Arsene Wenger would never leave Arsenal for another 2 seasons or so. Imagine how Arsenal fans would live if he stayed for another season. Boy, he's actually leaving. He's actually leaving Arsenal. Oh my God. I'm speechless. I'm speechless about this because as I first heard about this news, I thought it was not true. I thought it was a false scandal. I thought it was a hoax, but no, he's actually leaving Arsenal. Oh my days. You know, I just can't believe it because a manager like Arsene Wenger, who has stayed so dedicated his life to Arsenal, but he's made the decision that he will be leaving Arsenal at the end of the season, which means they'll have to bring in a new manager, a fresh new manager, to help Arsenal rebuild themselves as a former Premier League side. Because right now, I don't really see them as a proper Premier League side like they were many seasons ago. They are more like a championship team. Not trying to say a bit offensive, I mean, that might be a bit too much to Arsenal fans right now, but can I just say that within the past 2 seasons, Arsenal had been doing terrible. Remember that Bayern Munich disaster? 8-2 on aggregate? Or was it 10-2 on aggregate? It was 10-2 on aggregate. And then they won the FA Cup last season, and now this season, they aren't doing too much. But they are against Atletico Madrid in the semi-final of the Europa League. And if they win the Europa League, then you know what? That will be a great season for Arsenal. Arsene Wenger getting Arsenal back into the Champions League is possibly one of the best things that he can do as a send-off of his Arsenal career. I mean, without Arsene Wenger in English football, the Arsenal Invincibles would never even exist. And even so, English football would never ever be the same without Arsene Wenger. Arsene Wenger changed English football forever. And you know what? I have to say that he is one of the most greatest Premier League managers of all time. Arsenal's only history is with Arsene Wenger, of what he did for the club. And I think Arsenal and Arsenal fans need to respect and remember what Arsene Wenger did for Arsenal, not what he didn't do for Arsenal. You know what? Arsene Wenger could have got more titles. It's been a lush and great career for Arsene Wenger. And you know what? I think the Europa League could be a great send-off for him and his Arsenal career. This news has just been huge. It's gone absolutely mental all around social media. It's been absolutely crazy. But as a United fan, in a retrospective view, I respect Arsene Wenger. And I'm happy that he's going. Because, you know what? It's been a while since Arsenal have been that great of a team. You know what? Ever since they won against West Ham on the weekend, I've seen a lot of freedom from all of the Arsenal players. They know that Arsene Wenger would be leaving at the end of the season, and they are playing more freely. They are playing with passion. They're playing with fight and grit, and it's just amazing just to see Arsenal rebuilding themselves up again. And you know what? It could be a very difficult experience for all of the Arsenal players. A new manager can be a good thing. When they bring in the new manager, I don't think he could do the same job as Arsene Wenger would do. But you know what? Arsene Wenger, Sir Alex Ferguson are the only 2 managers that I have in my head right now that are the greatest Premier League managers of all time. Absolutely the greatest managers of all time. And you know what? I think it's just about time that Arsenal and Arsenal fans just remember and tribute what Arsene Wenger did do for Arsenal, not what he didn't do for Arsenal. In other news, Manchester United though, beating Spurs in the FA Cup semi-final. Ha ha! Get in there! We're off to Wembley in the FA Cup final! Oh my goodness me! You know what? I never thought that we would actually get to the FA Cup final. You know what? I actually bought this. It's a mini FA Cup keyring. I bought this at the National Football Museum in Manchester, and you know what? I bought this just because you never know, we could win the FA Cup this season, and if we do, then this little baby here is going to be worth a lot. Because you know what? If we didn't win the FA Cup, then this would be a waste of my money. But you know what? If we win it, then you know, that'd be a great season for Manchester United. But honestly, the build-up to the FA Cup game, where it beat Bournemouth 2-0 away, you know what? That was really good. Honestly, I really enjoyed that match because, like I said, Spurs had another competition with Brighton away, and there were two performances which I saw very, very differently. And I thought, if we win against Bournemouth, that gives us enough confidence to go into the Spurs game. And you know what? The performance I saw from Manchester United in that Bournemouth game were really good. Pogba was especially brilliant in that match. My man the match in that game. Smalling got one goal, and then Romelu Lukaku again getting onto the score sheet yet again. But then again, Tottenham didn't do that well against Brighton. Brighton got a really important, valuable point against Spurs on Tuesday, and you know what? That is a very, very great point for Brighton, because you know what? That brings them up to safety. And you know what? That kind of decreased Tottenham Hotspur's chances of getting into the FA Cup final. On the day, I was really, really looking forward to this match. Although I did get a text from my manager at work saying that there's no bookings today, you can have the day off. And I was like thinking, yes, I'm going to celebrate. We're going to watch the game. And if United win, then you know what? That'll be a great day for me. And look how it turned out. United beating Spurs 2-1. Spurs getting the lead through Dele Alli. And then he was celebrating so early that, you know what? I don't think he should be doing that anymore. Don't celebrate too early, Dele Alli, because you know what would happen. Because Manchester United could pull out an amazing comeback through Alexis Sanchez and Ander Herrera. Ander Herrera. Oh my goodness me. Ander Herrera has not scored for United in ages. Mourinho hasn't even given him a new contract yet. You know what? Mourinho, give Herrera the new contract, because we need him so badly. Because you know what? At the start of the season, I thought Ander Herrera was going to be underused, because last season he was really, really good for us throughout the Europa League and throughout all of our matches within that Premier League season. But you know what? Ever since we brought Matic in, Ander Herrera has not been used at all. I think this gives him a real good reason to stay, because he has so much loyalty to the club. He puts in the performance that I could be really proud of, and all of the players within the team of Manchester United did so well against Spurs. You know what? That is a performance to be proud of, and we're on our way to the FA Cup final. We're off to Wembley, and who are we against? Chelsea. Chelsea beating Southampton 2-0 in the FA Cup semi-final. You know what? That could be a game to put a line through the sand of who's the better manager, Antonio Conte or Jose Mourinho. You know, if Jose Mourinho wins against Antonio Conte's Chelsea, then you could perfectly put a line through the sand and say Jose Mourinho is way better than Antonio Conte. It would be an amazing match. I really cannot wait for that day. The 19th of May 2018. Who will grab the FA Cup trophy? You know what? My money is on Manchester United. I hope that Alexis Sanchez scores again, and you know what? I hope that Paul Pogba comes up with an amazing, brilliant comeback. You know what? If we come back like we did in the Spurs game, imagine if Chelsea scored 2, thinking they won the FA Cup, and then we come back and win the game 3-2. You know what? We will be known as the Comeback Kings. Because you know what? At the moment, Bournemouth are known as the Comeback Kings. I hate conceding early goals at the beginning of every single match. But you know what I love more than early goals conceding? a United comeback. I love a good comeback. That victory where we won against Chelsea at home at Old Trafford was a brilliant, brilliant comeback. And you know what? If we can recreate what we did at home in the league, then you know what? That is a season to be proud of. It's going to be a very interesting game. Chelsea versus Manchester United. Jose versus Antonio Conte. You know what? This could make or break each season because each team, Chelsea and Manchester United, really want a trophy to end off the season on a high. But you know what? I think we deserve the FA Cup more than they do because they haven't been putting the performance in that they should do because they were the champions. But now, looking at the table now, Manchester City have won the title, battering Swansea 5-0. A typical Manchester City performance. It's a performance that just showcases what Manchester City are all about. I especially loved the goal from Kevin De Bruyne. I mean, honestly, what a strike. It was a bit unfortunate that he didn't win Player of the Year because it was a bit unfortunate that he didn't get Player of the Year. But you know what? Credit to Mohamed Salah for just absolutely destroying the Premier League because your teams have been very, very scared of Liverpool because of Mo Salah, because he can do so much damage as a player. And like it was shown in the West Brom game, West Brom going 2-0 down through Danny Ings and from Mohamed Salah. Mohamed Salah has done so well for Liverpool and he is going to be an incredible star. You know what? If Salah can make Liverpool win the Champions League, then you know what? That is a season to be proud of for Liverpool. And although I should be very, very angry and I should be really, really happy if Real Madrid beat Liverpool in the Champions League final, if they do get through though, because they do have to face Roma tonight. Or I think if this video isn't uploaded on Tuesday, if it's uploaded on Wednesday, then I would imagine if Liverpool might have won against Roma on the Tuesday. Talking about that game against West Brom and Liverpool, like I said, when Liverpool went up 2-0, I thought that this is game over. This is going to be confirmed relegation for West Brom. But then they got a goal back. And then within the 90th minute, Rondon scores and equalises for West Brom. As it's a bit little too late for West Brom. But you know what? That is a great result for West Brom. Possibly the only great result that they're ever going to get in this Premier League season. And I think that's all going to be it, really. Bye-bye, West Brom. You're never going to be seen again. Stoke and Southampton are still in the race, but they are not getting as many points as they should do. Southampton drawing against Leicester 0-0, and then Stoke and West Ham. That was a game of 1-1 apiece, and again that was another draw for Stoke, and Stoke got another draw against Burnley, 1-1 apiece. But then again, I think Stoke's chances of getting out of the relegation zone are very, very slim. But also I think Everton did really well against Newcastle on the Monday night. Theo Walcott got the goal against Newcastle United. Fair play to Everton because they needed that victory, because it shows that they have something to fight for within this season, and hopefully next season Everton could do a whole lot better, and maybe they bring in some new signings, and maybe if Rooney could score many more goals for Everton, then you know what, they could be in a rolling good season for next season. But who knows really. But you know what, Newcastle, although this was a game where they're already safe, and it was just more like a complimentary, loss for them, but it doesn't really matter for Newcastle because right now they are safe within this Premier League season. And you know what, Rafa Benitez is a really quality manager, and you know what, they could even aim for Europa League spot next season, Newcastle, because they could even do so much more next season. Now they've seen that they can survive in a Premier League season, maybe they can go on and see if they can get Europa League football. The Premier League this season has done really, really well for itself. We've had Manchester City crowned as the new Premier League champions. We've still got second place as us, Manchester United. We've got third place, Liverpool. We've got Spurs, Tottenham Hotspur, and that's the top four confirmed by now, because Chelsea aren't going to get top four anymore. Top four is gone for Chelsea, and they still have to face Liverpool, Chelsea. So you know what? I think Europa League has to be Chelsea's main aim now, because that's all they're aiming for. They cannot get top four right now because Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur and Manchester United and Manchester City will be all we'll be getting Champions League football next season. The bottom three, they look more like the bottom three that's going to be more likely at the end of the season. West Brom, Stoke and Southampton. And you know what? Swansea, Huddersfield and Crystal Palace might survive in the end. Who knows? There's still 3 more weeks to go of the Premier League season, and it's going to be very, very close. It's going to be very tight down the bottom. But we're going to hopefully see next week if there's going to be any changes in the table. I cannot wait for this Premier League season to end, because you know what? I bet you're sick and tired of this Premier League catch-up show. But if you're not, then make sure you smash the like button for me, and remember to please subscribe to this channel for more amazing videos. And that's it for this Premier League weekend. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for the next Premier League catch-up show, and also stay tuned for my next review on Dalek for my Doctor Who reviews. But also I'll be doing some more videos possibly within the next few months or so, because I have been working my arse off in a competition and I came second place in that competition. I was against great competitions, and you know what? Coming second in a competition, like, you know, for me as a chef, becoming a pastry chef and coming second in a professional pastry chef competition is really, really good for my standards. I know second place, Manchester United second place, you see the kind of links there. But you know what? That's all for this video, guys, and I'll catch you guys later in the next video. Until then, guys, take care of yourselves. Goodbye.